It took me a long time to get your father to propose, I dropped hint after hint. As humans like him say, if it was a snake it would have bitten him apostrophe dot dot dot, so one day I bit him. And that's how we got engaged. I laughed a little harder than I probably should have. I looked at my friend, he was expressionless. I looked back to his mom and just shrugged. What? I asked with a big smile. It was a joke, my friend said dismissively. Bro, she said, humans like him, what the hell was that? I didn't say humans, his mom scoffed before turning and heading back downstairs. Your friend is crazy, Mark, she called up the stairs. What's the matter with you? Asked Mark, turning and making for his room. I followed behind him, completely perplexed. You didn't hear her say humans? No, he said in a bothered tone. Now pick up your sticks, I've been itching to beat that ass all day. I side-eyed him and grabbed a controller before dropping into a beanbag chair. He booted up the newest Smash Brothers and navigated to the versus menu. No items? He asked. You know I don't play, I answered. As we fought through the first match I couldn't help but think about that weird interaction with his mom. I'd met her plenty of times. I had never had an extended interaction with her before, but I didn't know she had a sense of humor like that. And it was weirder than that. Her speech seemed so stilted and unnatural. Is your mom from here? I asked while we played. Huh? Of course. She was born in California. Why? Nothing. No, why? He pressed. Just. That was just a weird as fuck interaction is all, I brushed it off. Just wondered if maybe she was from another country or something. You know, like how our first-year Spanish teacher didn't seem to understand sarcasm. I think that was just her, dude, Mexicans understand sarcasm just fine. I'm just saying like how different cultures don't assimilate perfectly, I clarified. Even when they lose their accent they still carry some of that old country with them, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't, he said, pausing the game and turning to look at me. My mom has always been a goofball. There's nothing wrong with it, it was just a dumb joke. All right, I lifted my hands. All right, I'll drop it. Thank you, he said exasperated before unpausing the game. You didn't hear her say humans? I asked. Oh my sweet Gentile Jesus, dude, are you serious? He asked, pausing the game again and standing up. She didn't say the word human once. Except for that she did, I pushed back. You seriously heard her say humans like him? On God, bro, I held his gaze. The fact that you didn't hear that freaks me out a little bit. I smiled and laughed a little as I said it to break the tension, but I was legitimately a little rattled that he was pretending he didn't hear her say that. Like, for what reason would he be hiding that? Was I legit going crazy? I'd feel a whole lot better about the entire situation if he would just admit it, but he was being stubborn. Do I have to call her up here? He asked. Like, so you can go bed tonight? I ain't losing sleep over it, I laughed. It's just weird you won't admit it. Admit what? He yelled. That she be talking about humans and shit like she ain't one of them. I laughed harder. Come on bro, I'm just fucking around, but it's weird you won't admit she said that shit. He stood there a moment before turning his head toward the window and sighing deeply. Alright, fine. She's done that since I was little. For real? Yeah, he looked back to me. I think she was like goth as a teenager or something and some of her weird habits stuck. She was a weird kid, so was my dad. Your mom was goth? I asked. That would actually explain this entire thing. You got any pictures? She destroyed them all, he chuckled. She's super embarrassed about it, I think. Just don't bring it up to her that I told you, okay? Sure, I agreed before he sat down and unpaused the game. We played for a couple of hours, but I had to get rolling. I said goodbye to him and left his room only to see what I thought for sure was a person scurry into a nearby room. It was so fast I could have been wrong. I just stopped in the doorway and stared at the open darkness of the room for a moment before shaking it off and heading down the stairs and out the door. My house wasn't far, just around the corner and down the street. But it was so damn hot out that I wished I had drove. I snatched my skateboard off the porch and rode down the driveway and out into the street. When I got home I ate a bowl of cereal and finished my homework before washing up and getting ready for bed. After stepping out of the shower, I noticed some reds and blues flashing beneath the door. I left the bathroom to see police lights outside the window. They were out in front of the house talking to my dad. I hurried into the living room to find my mom at the window. What's going on? I asked. Oh, Jer, she turned around. There was some woman crawling around outside of our house. I had never seen her eyes so wide. What? I cried out. They got her, she added. She was peering through your window when they found her. Took 3 grown men to wrestle that woman into the back of the car. I looked through the window and saw her thrashing around in the back of the car. Her hair was everywhere. She looked absolutely feral. I heard a long growling moan come from the car, human and animal alike. She stopped thrashing and made eye contact with me. I froze. It was her. It was Mark's mom in the back of the squad car. She breathed so heavily that I could see her shoulders lifting and falling as the window began to fog up. Her eyes were wild with madness, staring right through my soul as though I had done something to her personally. Goth, my ass, I said, picking up my phone and dialing Mark. He answered quickly. Hey. Mark. You know where the fuck your mom is right now? Yeah, he said solemnly. YWHI. Motherfucker, yeah? I screamed. Yeah is all you got to say. I tried to warn you, Jer. I tried to save you, he said calmly. But now she knows you know. We know you know. Mark, stop playing with me right the fuck now, I said, backing away from the window. If this is some sort of fucked up prank or something, you gotta stop playing it right now, cause I swear to God. There is no God, Mark said in a deeper tone. And now? You're going to have to learn that the hard way.